All right. So, not much as far as like economic headlines, right? There's not many news headlines over here that are really going to shake the markets. But looking over here at pre-markets over here, we have the pre-markets are up a little bit on the day, very much down on the week, the month, obviously the year. Year has been terrible. It's been a bloodbath for the indices and stock markets. But right now, today, we are up just a tad over here, right? So we'll see what we end up getting. I think we got actually a pullback in the dollar. Yeah, we're getting this pullback on the dollar where we keep holding this resistance up here, right? And we just formed another lower high as well. And we're starting to come right back down to this support, right? So if that's the case, we could see that further push on gold, right? But looking over here at the economic calendar, again, like I said, today we have Powell speaking at 7:30. In France, he's speaking in Paris about economic policy and monetary policy, stuff like that. And then we have core durable goods orders is coming in on at 8:30 this morning. All right. So other than that, you do have consumer confidence later at 10 o'clock. You have new home sales, Richmond Manufacturing Index. Monetary policy meeting minutes is coming out tonight for the Japanese yen. But that's about it. I would say we do have some good economic data coming out today. Consumer confidence is a big one, and durable goods orders is another big one. So we're going to keep an eye on both of those, see if we could grab a move out of them. Again, the reaction to the move, not so much the actual move. But looking at the charts now, let's go over to GJ and break these down. Looking at the monthly, we got that hard push off 149 like we did yesterday, right? We broke all this down, how we came back down to 149, snapped right back up. If you guys look at the weekly right now, weekly now it's bullish, right? This candle again ended up closing with no bottom wick. This candle did flip bullish. It's now bullish as well. So could we be continuing up from here? All right, was this just a liquidity grab for price to tap in to our area down here one last time before price starts taking off again, right? The only thing is we have a very weak Great Britain economy right now, right? You guys know firsthand. It's not where you guys exactly want it to be as far as inflation's concerned, retail sales, GDP, all that stuff. And not to mention you just pretty much figured out Brexit not too long ago. So obviously that's going to hurt the UK economy as well. But looking at the daily now, I like how these candles are forming. There's three clues here. This one closed with barely a bottom wick, strong bearish candle below 156, but barely a bottom wick. Then we get this major doji candle, major rejection to the downside over here, but the candle ends up closing a weak bearish candle. Then we get the bottom wick formed on this one, obviously respects the low over here, flips bullish, and somehow we're holding some kind of a support right in here, right? If we look to the left a little bit, I'm sure you could see multiple rejections of that area as well, but we'll mark it off on the lower time frames here. All right, looking at the 4-hour. Actually, you know what? Back to the daily here. What I want you guys to see is that a lot dictates from 156 because you got this previous support as well. That price is pretty much sitting at over here. So we could close above 156 and not like hold it as a resistance to continue down. I think we could get a further push up. I think safer buys are going to be above 158, at least looking at the higher time frames. But 156, you'll see on these lower time frames is that critical level. Actually, a little bit above it, almost like 157, which if you guys remember trading GJ, 157 has held as a strong resistance and support as well. Very key zone. We've just been creating these lower highs, lower lows from this area. We also have this if you want to draw it out wherever you want, but again, you don't always have to draw a trend line. It doesn't always have to be on your chart. But what we do have is a major bounce off 149, and now we're getting this higher low being formed, right? We get the higher low formed. Price is trying to work its way back up to this resistance around 156,500 and possibly break it. If it does, that's where you have safer buys, right? I don't think we have enough range from here to the resistance for you to take any kind of buy now. We'll see how candles close around this area, where maybe you get a nice strong close either above it or right at that level. The next one creates a bottom wick and passes it with volume, then you could possibly take this up. But we're going to be taking that in the lower time frames, not so much an impulse entry on the 4 hour. You don't need to. Looking at the 1 hour now. Now you start to see the range a little bit better. Just gonna move this over. You have our support right here. And now price is in a range within a range, right? We're kind of just holding this higher low over here. The question is, if we break out of this, let's say we fail to retest the high up here, we start rejecting this whole area over here. Do you have enough range in here? And do you have the price action in here for you to take something coming down? Get about 145 pips. So we know we have the range, but do you want to take a sell in there? Again, I really think it depends on the setup that you get right in this area, right? If we end up breaking this support, you need to close and pretty much need the retest, at least a top wick rejection before continuing down. But you could get multiple setups in here that would be correct for you to take this thing down. But again, save for sells right below this area over here. Because now you know you're not necessarily ranging. You can always get faked out right in here. You don't want to get faked out. But down here, you got these candles over here to mirror. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you want. And then on the other side, above 156, 600, 700 up here, you got a clean move coming up to 158. Beautiful move coming up to 158. I would say a little bit past 158 right here. So right here, what we'll do is measure this area out. 128. You have a beautiful move to the left as well. Get rid of all this. So that's your range up top, right? Once we break 156, 156, 700, get the clean move to the left up here, right? Once you clean back here, this is what will make an orange zone right down here. Because again, you're still in this consolidation, but you do have the clean move to the left. And depending on the setup, you could definitely get that. We could definitely get that. What's up, Lewis?
Morning. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing with this hurricane coming in?
Yeah, there is, but it's not gonna hit us straight on, at least in my part.
Off the side, right? You guys are in Miami?
Yeah, it's going towards like the Tampa area.
Yeah. For once, you guys aren't getting hit.
Yeah, for real, man. Everyone's acting crazy on They're
Oh, I know.
buying the waters, hoarding the toilet paper.
You guys running out of toilet paper over there?
Well, I'm just saying, this is just the whole like the stores are just empty right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like that. Like you remember how COVID times everybody was hoarding toilet
Oh yeah.
paper and paper towels and shit like that. Like, it's
Oh
gonna save
yeah.
your life.
Yeah, we get hurricanes up here too. Not as much as Florida, obviously, but we had Sandy, if you remember Sandy.
Yeah, I do right.
Yeah, it was brutal. Um, Never forget that one. But so yeah, we're breaking that GJ over here. We're sitting in this range, right, that we want to break out of. I'll actually adjust that right down here. It's a little bit smaller of a range, but still like 130 pips, which is great. But I would really stay out of here. This gets a little too choppy over here. I'm curious what happens if we do break the current resistance right here. Not that I would take anything up here. I mean, you do have enough range, but at the same time, you could reject this level at any point. Look what happened the last time right here, ended up just tapping into the area and continuing down. But over here, just failed to break above. We also are lining up our resistance right over here with that move to the left, that little resistance. You also have that wick right there. Yeah, just draw it like this. So right in here, would you be willing to take a trade? You do have about 45, 50 pips. So with that being said, it really depends on the setup up here because that is a big range. It looks small, but it is big pip wise. It's just, do you want to get caught in something like this? Do you really want to squeeze that out when you have all of this, you have all of this, and then all of this?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, in that little range, at most, I would just probably catch 20 pips and I'll be out.
yeah, exactly. This is that 10, 15, 20 pip little range that you just close the full thing probably, most
Yeah.
likely. It looks like we're rejecting that resistance once again over here on the 30-minute. Candle's flipping bearish. I'm just going to put this over here. A reminder for you guys not to touch it. Not worth it. All right. BRB. All good. All right. Any questions on GJ? We'll see what it does above this area, but I think I would rather see price continue right back down this way. But I don't know. This higher time frame price action here with these rejections tell me that we're going to come up even more, possibly back up to 158, even past that, possibly. Let's actually take a look at the Japanese yen. See what we're doing here. Yikes. Damn. It's been in like a free fall over here since last week, right? Continuing all the way down. Now, since the 21st, let's see, 22nd, GJ's been falling as well. So that tells me that a lot of this has been the pound, like falling. Especially because we broke down, I think Dylan broke down GBP CAD yesterday, which is a great breakdown on and showing exactly how both these pairs correlate. GBP USD has been on its way down as well. Not exactly the same price action, but very similar. So that tells me a lot of this has to do with the pound. All right, so let's move on to gold over here. See what we end up getting. So gold, again, we have those major levels marked off. 1680 over here. We have this one marked off. I can erase that. We'll see what that's at. But you got that previous support here for our next zone, at least mirroring this candle coming right back down to the support for it. But you also have this area right here. Previous support, resistance with these wicks, and then the support over here, resistance. If you look to the left as well, you got price reacting to that back in 2012. I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, there we go. Wow, I was looking at it. That was it right there. You got that resistance, support, support, support right over here, and again that resistance there. So those levels are going to be key as well for us, but I'm sure we have more as we're coming down the time frames. But right now, monthly is extremely bearish. The weekly right now, if you take a look at the current weekly candle, you got this support right here that price could be reacting to anywhere in this area. All right. Price is like tapping into that area right here. You got a little consolidation to the left. So right now, this candle is getting a little bit weaker on the weekly. Right. Strong bearish candle with a wick to fill. Fill the wick, close a strong bearish candle. Barely a bottom wick though. But we filled the wick, created a top wick, passed the low, came into this area, and now we're starting to reject. So if you look at the daily now, daily you see we're holding a support right in this area. Right. We broke the previous support over here to the left. We broke out of it, clean close below, created this low. Are we getting some kind of a pullback into here, like 50% of the move? Or are we going to end up coming back up to 1660, holding the resistance and continuing down? So right now we keep creating these higher lows over here since bouncing in this area and almost like faking this support out. right? We're right back into the range with this close. It's not like we came up over here after closing below. Not like we came up here and then just continued down. We're now back into this range. But we do have a resistance right up here. So could we be retesting that area? Current 4-hour candle right now is flipping bullish. This one has a wick to fill and closed strongly. All right, so now we're kind of sitting in a range, as you can see. So we need to wait for this range to break out so far. So you got this consolidation. Once you break out of that area, could you be heading right back up for 1647 for about 90 pips? Looking at the 30-minute. Okay, now it's a little choppier. Now it's a little tougher to take anything coming into here. I would actually move that there. Right now we did get a very strong bullish candle creating a higher low right in this area, but no top wick. This candle looks like it created a bottom wick past the high, created that wick, and now it's starting to retrace a little bit. And we got about a minute or 2 minutes left for the hourly to close. So we'll see how this hourly closes. But we have a high up here that we need to break through before continuing up over here. Let's see. There we go. Just adjust that. That's your resistance. You do have about 85 pips up there that you could be grabbing. So something up here is a little bit safer than taking anything below that. Don't feel the need to force anything, guys. You do not need to force anything in the market. All you got to do is wait for price to come to you, wait for setups to come to you, just like you're fishing, just like you're hunting, same exact thing. All right, so I think if this candle had a top wick over here, I'd be more comfortable with taking this up. But right now, it's a little choppy. So we just got to see how this candle closes here on the 30-minute. I can see it's consolidating in here. But again, safer buys are going to be up there. For sells now, sells will get a little trickier. Let's go to the higher time frames. I think for sells, we have been creating lower highs. We've been, if you guys pay attention to the market structure here, we create these lower highs and then create a new low, consolidate, hold a resistance, and then continue down and create a new low, right? Then we come back up, hold a resistance, right? And then continue down and create a new low. So anywhere in here, if we're going to continue that path, we could be holding a lower high here and then continuing right back down, right? So just you can anticipate that. It's very hard to buy gold right now because of the bearish movement that you're in, because we can either be consolidating or faking yourself out and continuing right back down. Not to mention, we did create a new low down here. So this could just be a short-term pullback before holding a resistance anywhere in here, or even retesting that resistance and then continuing down. But I doubt that happens. But it could, right? But what I'm looking for is some kind of a rejection of a certain area, and then price continues down. So with that being said, I think if we do reject this area, I think safer sells are going to be right below that area. Even safer are going to be below 1627. But I think if we start breaking below here and rejecting that resistance, looking at the 1 hour, you're looking at the 1 hour now, that would be breaking the nearest support over here. And the 1 hour actually did just close a strong bullish candle with a wick to fill. 30-minute candle closed bullish as well. But again, this is tricky to be trading in. Let's see. This is kind of interesting. You have this wick up here that kind of lines up multiple times with this little trend. We've kind of been in since this little retest of 1660. We've just been creating lower highs and lower lows. right? So can we respect that, start rejecting this area, and then continue down? And I think you'll have some nice sells here. But again, Powell's going to be speaking in 30 minutes, so that could rattle gold as well. So I would actually kind of stay out of gold. We can monitor what he's saying. Let me see if we can pull it up over here. You guys have any questions so far?
So far, so good.
You guys are solid?
Very good, bro.
Awesome. Lewis, did you take anything yesterday?
I took the DJ long with you yesterday, and that's it.
Beautiful. Okay. Did you guys see the one I was talking about last night? Or no, not last night, yesterday. The second trade I took.
Uh, no, I don't think so, bro.
Okay, I send it into the group. I could bring it up here for you guys.
Was it DJ or gold?
It was GJ. I missed the gold because gold I already took two trades. I went 2-0 yesterday, so I'm not gonna take a third one after that. Typically after one win you should be good. But this one over here, what I was looking at after our trade was again pointing out what was going on Sunday, where we pretty much gapped down, all that stuff. That's how that candle ended up. But what we got here was the low created. We got the resistance formed around 156, 157, held it, and continued right back down. Excuse me. Right over here as well. Price is starting to tank over here. Actually, I think this is part of the after picture. It was just I didn't get the higher time frames yet. But at the time, what we had here was a rejection of this resistance, right? You get the resistance here to the left, and now price is coming right back up to it, and that's what we're talking about right now as far as possibly retesting that area over here to the right in the current price action. But right here, I was looking for a possible sell, but we had this minor support here that I wanted price to break before taking any kind of sells in this range, right? But anywhere from 10:30, sometimes 11:30, you get a nice volume push. And that's exactly what we got yesterday, where we created this lower high and you started to see the volume. As soon as this candle opened at 11:30 turned, you get this top wick formed, price past the low of that candle, ton of volume in this candle. And then it starts breaking the support over here. I wanted to enter right here, but I waited for the safer entry right here because I knew if the trade was valid, that we should push hard into this area, which is what actually ended up happening. So I was saying keeping an eye on this minor support. If we break, I think we can continue bearish impulse entry with a ton of volume pumping at 11:30, keeping stops near above near resistance. So I took partials right down here, 80%, at 103 pips. And then I got another 150 pips once we got back down to this support over here. And then I just left a runner. Stops at break even. Price just kind of consolidated over here. This is the 15-minute. And then once we started breaking the lower time frame 15-minute resistance over here and started coming up, I just closed the full thing, which would have been ended up getting stopped out. Let me actually take another screenshot here for this. Does that trade make sense to you guys?
Yeah, that was a nice trade, bro.
Appreciate it, man. It's the 30-minute after 7 a.m. 9:27. Awesome. All right, so that's the journal. So I want to see where is his speech?
What's he talk? Is he gonna talk about the interest rates, or what is he gonna talk about there?
I'm not sure what he's talking about because it's going to be here due to participate in a panel discussion about digital currencies at an event hosted by the Bank of France in Paris. So I don't think he's going to be going over monetary policy stuff like that too much, right? So it may not rattle gold too much, but I'm sure he's going to get asked questions on this panel about what's going on in the US, and I'm sure he's just going to reiterate what he said last week and everything about taming inflation and all that stuff. Got another 30-minute bearish close here, rejecting that area. Yeah, we're just ranging in here. Best to stay out. All right. Lewis, you want to break something down for us?
Let's see.
Any of you guys?
Last time, what did it do last time? I think the BTC.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'll do yeah, the last time I did BTC. I'll do XRP if you have it. XRP USD.
What is it? What is it?
XRP.
Okay. XRP. Actually, you know what? Let me go back. I'll do it over here.
Hey, shut up. Relax.
Crypto Lewis. Crazy.
XRP USD. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
All right, so I have to go to options and then how is it that I start drawing on your thing?
What was that?
How is it that I start annotating on your
Oh, go to
thing?
options and then annotate.
Oh,
And then just do the rectangle for like a zone.
all right, so on the monthly, pretty much what I see here, it's a oh, oh shit, how do I delete that?
Yeah, it's just the if you go to draw and then the rectangle, you'll see it.
You delete.
What's up?
Okay, I see it. Is that, can I delete that? Can you delete that arrow?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, perfect. So here on the monthly, I have two key levels marked up. I have pretty much this one
Cool.
and this one. But that was like the little range that we were in on XRP. That we're currently breaking out of.
Is that good for your levels?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. That's it?
And then I have one more here.
Okay.
Yep.
So fundamentally with XRP, one, I was just wondering why you chose this, which I love. You know, I want to break down other asset classes and market stuff like that. But also like fundamentally, what was going on over here with XRP and what is
Well,
XRP? Do you know?
well, XRP has been dealing with a court case. There's been a lot of speculations about like that they want to be they're sued by the SEC, so there's been a lot of speculation that the court case is actually gonna be over soon. So to me right now it's just all speculation and like just hype right now because um, there's no decision yet on what's gonna happen. I mean I don't think it's really gonna matter. Um, but but basically what I chose is because XRP has been, I mean, you can see in the monthly that compared to the Ethereum, Bitcoin, and everything else is a lot much lower than everything. It's been in a clear downtrend for the
Mm,
past, for the past, 4 or 5 years. Well, since 2017.
yeah.
That last year you couldn't break the all-time high because of the SEC case, but they actually have a lot of partnerships with banks and with a lot of institutions. And what they're trying to do is trying to implement that. When you send a wire, they have this SWIFT code that the banks use to send money internationally or nationally.
Okay.
So basically, what they're trying to do is trying to implement XRP into the SWIFT system, so it's a lot faster. And they already have partnerships with banks, but obviously they're trying to. The SEC is saying that they're a security. But that's where in this case. So I mean, technically, I chose this because it's been in a range in the monthly, and then it's finally the monthly candle is it's finally kind of breaking that range.
Okay.
So the question is, can we close out of that range and can we get a retest to then go to the next level, regardless of the fact of what happens fundamentally? But then also I mean, also, what else? Can you go to the weekly, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, before we go to the weekly too, I was looking at this. I feel like every time we hit this 20 cent level, somewhere around here, we just take off,
Oh yeah,
right? Right here with
that's
this
like
move right there, and then obviously this move right here. And now we're starting to get into that range. So maybe this could be a fake out to continue back down, hold support, and then continue up, or this is our support, and we're going to continue up from here.
yeah. I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, that 20 cent line will be a nice opportunity to scoop up some if we get through, which I think we probably are, to be honest. I think it's just speculations about people trying to like time out the SEC case.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can let's draw a level right there on that.
Okay.
Uh,
Where right here?
yeah. So I have that.
And what's going on with this SEC case? I know they've been, going.
Basically, they just filed a motion that they want the court case to pretty much to be over. So they want the judge to make a decision instead of just keep stalling. That's
Okay.
pretty much what's going on. So it's nothing really like bullish about it. It's just like they're like, hey, we've been doing this for 2 years. We need a decision right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Too much
Um,
bullshit.
yeah, exactly. All right, on the weekly, I see obviously we broke out of that range.
Nice
Um,
move.
let me see on the weekly. Mm, I'll just put this. So the
Okay.
question is, can we get a retest here to then go back up,
Okay.
or is that a fake pump for us to go back down to these levels and then break this level?
Yeah, I think it's like a step-by-step basis. So, like, if you did get, I think if you got the close right here and a support formed, price will continue up to retest that high. But if you come back into the range right here, you could be retesting that flag, I guess you would call that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would be retesting that, and then if you close back above this resistance, you should be continuing up from there. Um, just to not confuse you.
Yeah,
So you have that, and then again, if the last option for here is if we come in and retest that flag, and then hold resistance right here at the previous resistance,
not turn
then
this.
you get the bearish close, then that's a legit fake out. So three
Yeah,
different things could happen from this area. Actually, four. We could hold a support right here and continue up as well.
exactly.
So you're ready for all four possible scenarios. You just got to
Mo-
wait for the candles to close, and that's
to
it.
be honest, I'm leaning more towards the bearish side because after a huge pump, I mean, that's all speculations. I think that's a fake. But like, to be honest, I took some profits from my early interest because I've been buying XRP at like 30, 32 cents.
Okay.
So I sold like 20% of my portfolio, and then I'm just gonna wait back for that to come back to the range.
Okay.
So
I
like,
like
you know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm
Because
also
like
looking.
I,
Go
I
ahead.
like to do. Everybody likes to know it's like no, like it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. But like I like to do what the opposite of what people are saying because that's usually what happens. You know
You
what I
like to do
mean?
what?
I usually like to do the opposite of what
Yeah.
people are thinking.
100%. And that's what you should be doing. Do the opposite of what average people do.
Exactly. And then go ahead and go
Um,
on a daily.
yeah, no, I was looking at this too. Like you could be right. Like this could have been that legit retest of that previous support over here, and price is now
Hmm.
rejecting it and gonna fake it out, continue down from here. So that could
Yeah.
happen. Let's see the
Yeah.
daily.
On the daily, let's see. On the daily, I have. On the daily, I have this clear resistance right here.
Okay.
I have a support right here. And then I have a mini support that was just broken right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the fact that we closed a strong bearish candle. This current daily candle already created a top wick, and it's now flipping bearish after a very strong candle. So I could definitely see this candle at least getting filled, this wick, and price
Hmm.
continuing down. Only thing is these two wicks are kind of in the same spot right here. So like, is that a support? Are we gonna hold the support there and continue up?
Right. So that, yeah, that could be like a probably a lower level support
Yeah,
that we
there you go.
marked right there. So I will mark it. I will mark. Yeah, exactly.
Like that. I mean,
Hmm.
you do have this resistance right here.
Exactly. That was
But
gonna.
the question is, do you even want to trade anything in here if we do break the nearest resistance?
Yeah, I will wait for this cleaner move right here,
Yeah,
or
100%.
two, or the clear move. I will wait for maybe something here to take to over there to the
Hmm.
next resistance, and then obviously, but I would rather choose to close to get out of that huge resistance that we have. But I'm leaning more towards the bear side, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I would be too. I just hmm, yeah, tired today. I'm not even tired. It's just I keep
What time
yawning.
you want to sleep?
What did I go to sleep last night? Maybe 11:30, 12.
Oh, something.
Yeah, woke up around 4:45. Um, all right, so looking at this right now, all you need as long as you get that close below this level on the 4 hour, you should be good to go. But you might not even need it. You might need
Yeah,
a lower
the
time frame close
yeah, I'll
below.
probably do like yeah, exactly, probably like the 1 hour or 30 minutes. But I really, I don't think I would just. I'm looking more to buy on spot rather than to take a leverage position.
You're looking what?
So I would just rather to like what I'm waiting for is to buy for my portfolio. I'm not really trying to take a
Scalp.
like a MT5 trade or
Yeah.
just to buy more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And this is good for you if that's the case, because now you're gonna come down into that 42 cent area, hopefully hold support, and then you can buy this thing up. Back up to
Yeah,
retest the high up here around 50, 55 cents. We'll see if that ends up happening.
yeah. And if
So,
it doesn't, it's fine. I just keep the progress that I took and then buy when if it breaks that support even lower. So
yes,
either way,
sir.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's a great job, man. It's
Thank
looking
you,
like
bro.
we're tanking here today. The
Yeah.
30-minute candles really got a lot of volume in it. Um, but yeah, great job, man. Yeah, I mean, if I know you're very into crypto, would you be interested in kind of like basically leading the crypto channel?
Oh shit. Maybe.
Because what I could do is get Jaden. Jaden's in here, but he's not as active. But I could
Uh,
get the two of you kind of going back and forth with thought processes, and he knows a lot about crypto.
oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, and if the two of you guys kind of got together, I'm sure he would bring a lot of value to you. You'd bring a lot of value to him, and it would serve both of you guys, but not only both of you, but the whole group. If you guys are both going back and forth in
Sure, that would be
crypto.
nice. I mean, team more. I wouldn't like to do it by myself, but I mean, if there was somebody else, that would be nice. But yeah,
Just add our chat. Yeah, crypto. It's obviously gonna be empty right now, but
yeah.
because of Slack. But let's see. What's a good actually I can't do that on here.
Are you're gonna wait until Powell speaks for it to take anything, right?
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking like, it'd be safe to do so, but
Yeah.
we'll see what he ends up saying. But right now we are holding support in this consolidation. Like I was saying, we could wait for a break above this area, get that previous resistance to the left. But are you going to take anything in here? I probably wouldn't. I'd be safer. Let's actually look at the higher time frames. Yeah, daily. 4 hour is flipping bullish over here. I could see us filling that wick and coming up to that resistance, but possibly rejecting. But we'll see. 1 hour. Nothing. We really need like a strong bullish candle close to be able to take like a 10 pip trade here. You're holding that support here on the 15 minute. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and then I'll have you guys break something down.
All right.
All right. Gold's coming up to that level we were talking about. So we got to see if this actually holds 1640. That's our nearest resistance. So once we break that, we should be good to go. But we could also be holding some kind of a lower high over here, rejecting this area and continuing down. So again, just wait for the close above this area and you should be able to take something up. 1648 would be your target. Yeah, we've been creating these higher lows over here. So your cleaner area to sell would be right here. Sammy, you want to break something down for us?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm just looking at gold as well at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, put this over here. Now, if we end up rejecting this resistance, do we have a clean enough range to possibly sell in where you get that bearish candle close to continue down? Or even like a lower high and a bearish close. It would be risky. You're trading in a range, but I would really wait for this break below over here. And honestly, I would actually extend this down to here. But I'd definitely be taking partial somewhere around here. 116.28. One second. All right. Sammy, what do you want to break down?
Let's try EJ.
EJ, okay.
Speaking about EJ, where's the bear?
With the bear. He actually was just traveling up in the New York area for work, and wow. And what's it called? He was coming back home. He actually sent me a message, but you guys have the hurricane coming in, so I think he had a delay in his flight. But he'll be back in it, either today or tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are good down there. When is this thing supposed to hit?
Tampa?
Half an hour?
No. When? Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Shit, I think tomorrow actually. Right now
I
it's in
think you said
Cuba.
half an hour.
Half an hour.
The way you said it too.
No. It's supposed to hit Tampa, but right now it's in Cuba right now. It's
Okay.
a category 3 right now, and it's gonna go to category 4, but then it's supposed to make landfall as category 3.
Let's take a look at it. What's it called again?
Yeah.
Ian. Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, right now it's like going through like around. We've been getting we already have shitty weather from like the outskirts of the hurricane.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you
been
guys got some weather over here.
yeah, just like rainy and just gray. A lot of like I think my girlfriend's gone. I think she's not gonna work tomorrow or Thursday.
She's not going to work, you said? It's hard for me to hear you, brother.
Yeah, no, her boss said not to come in
Sure.
because it's not safe for her to drive like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Tropical storm warning, hurricane warning. Yeah, so Tampa's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I think Jamie's
Cuba's getting hit too.
Beach.
Hurricane watch, orange. There's not much orange in there.
Jamie and I, the only ones from Florida in
In the group, the only ones from Florida right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yes. Okay, so this is gonna head up Tampa.
When are you moving to Pennsylvania?
I think I sent you a message. We're moving like all our big stuff this weekend, and but we have both places for the month of October, so we'll be able to transition everything every weekend, kind of moving everything over.
In
But I'll
October.
be here pretty much full time until November 1st. Yeah, so this thing's gonna be moving up the coast over here. I wonder if Jersey gets hit at all. 5 to 10 feet. Wow. All right, Sammy, take us away, buddy.
Let's go. This is our support, please.
Okay.
A resistance turn to support.
Yes, sir. Drag that over to the left.
Actually, can you bring this a bit lower
Sure.
to where the current resistance is?
Is that good? Or lower?
Lower, please.
Right
Yeah,
here?
there.
Okay.
Can we go down to the weekly, please?
Yes, sir.
Can we thin these out?
Sure. Where would you like them?
Like one there.
Okay. Makes sense. Sammy, what do you think about that 134 area?
Yeah, that was, I was gonna mark that up as well. But I was thinking, should I move this down or should I just
I mean, we're still on the weekly, so of course this level is going to be significant, and we'll see what that's at. But we can always just mark this off. If
yeah,
this was the lower time frames, I would just move this thing down. But since it's the weekly, I'm sure you're gonna have more areas in here that you want to mark off, so you might as well keep it. But I
yeah,
think this is the main support, and then this is your consolidation above that. Get what I'm saying?
yeah.
We're still creating higher lows, which is good so far, and higher highs as well. So you see we're in a bullish
Bullish trend, yeah.
movement. You see the ascending channel here, but at the same time, this is kind of like a consolidation, especially because we rejected up here. Like that's what made it the consolidation, rejecting there for the second time and closing below this level right there.
Can we go to the daily?
Daily, yes. Stuck a little bit.
I like the current area.
What was that?
The current level.
Okay. I'm looking possibly a little bit higher. Uh, like get that resistance right there. You see how we keep rejecting here, support resistance here, support, and then we created this low down here. We could possibly hold a resistance here to continue down,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Again, it really depends on the lower time frames. But what you can tell yourself, and I like the fact that you put this here, was the fact that we did end up, in fact, rejecting this area right over here, as we did over here to the left.
Yeah. Can we thin this out, please? Like
Then what up?
something like that.
Cool. Cute. That it?
Can we move this a bit down? Right here.
There you go. Good shit. And why'd you want to move it down there?
It's a strong support level.
Yep. But
And,
also, is that your nearest support?
yeah.
Yep. You got a clean move, at least on the daily,
Yeah.
coming down to this area.
Yeah.
So once you break support over here and close below, you got this move to mirror. All right. 4 hour?
4 hour, please. Yep.
Cool. All right. I'm just monitoring gold over here too. We are at that resistance. Can we get the close above? I'm also going to check something. I got you, buddy. I'm just gonna
No worries.
see if I could pull up Powell's speech.
Is it live?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it is. I'm going to YouTube right now. Bloomberg is on. See if we can get it from Bloomberg if they're airing it.
Can we put a line here? Wait
I
a
like the
second.
fact that you're marking this up. Yeah, it's not on Bloomberg. Powell speech live.
Gold is breaking up. Resistance starts previous high.
Wait, what is?
Gold.
Gold? Yep,
Gold is
breaking up right now. Yep, so this 15-minute is now creating a high, which is good, right? So again, we never got the close above just yet, but we got about 5 minutes left before this 15-minute candle closes. So can we hold support here? And if we can, we know we got a legit chance for price to continue right back up to 1648. I wonder what he's saying right now. I'm trying to find it. But
You can find it.
yeah, I'm sure I can. Got to be resourceful. So I like those levels that you're marking off, Sammy. Right? These are perfect. It's exactly what you like. You don't care about the noise over here to the left, like that. That'll confuse you. All you care
Yeah.
about is the immediate price action, which you have here. It's not like you have to look left for that price action, and then you have at least down to this area right over here, right, where you don't need to look to the left over here until we start breaking the support. And then even in that case, you do have this whole consolidation, but you got clean moves continuing back down to 136.
Yep.
But let me just continue to look for this 1 second. Live Bank of France. I don't see anything on YouTube. Nothing popping up. Let's just revisit gold for a second here. So we're retracing. Let's just hope we get that close above. If we do, this might be legit for us to continue right back up. Again, you got 80 pips in there.
Two minutes to go,
Yep.
so we can watch it for a bit. Would you wait for the close above, or would you wait for the break of the high?
The break of the high of the 15-minute?
Yeah.
No, I would wait for the close above, which would mean the 30-minute. I mean, we have good volume in these candles here, and good volume right now, obviously, because it's right towards the end of pre-New York, heading into New York. So you got 15 minutes, 2 minutes. Can this candle close above? And we'll see what ends up happening after that. But this is extended here. I wouldn't say overextended, but I could see us getting some kind of a pullback, or hopefully the support holds and we continue up. So we'll see. 2 minutes. But with EJ over here, you want to go over to the 1 hour?
Yep.
All right. See what you got here. Nothing popping up on Federal Reserve's.
Can you send that out like that, please?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Actually, a safer area would be, yeah, that area. Have you
Yeah,
got
I think
safe
you were
cells below
correct.
here? Sorry?
Yeah, no, if you want to wait for this, that would be smart, right? But
Yeah.
you have that rejection, this rejection, all these, that wick, and then support right here. So I think this is the valid support, and I think if you get a close below this area,
Yeah.
we should be able to continue down from here.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Wow, I like drawing candles with that rectangle. It's so much better.
The 15-minute just closed.
What's up?
But the 15-minute just closed on gold.
Oh,
Closed
okay,
right
yes.
it closed right on
Thank you.
resistance.
See, those warnings, not warnings, but heads up, they definitely always help when running a stream because we're concentrating on so many different things. So that 15-minute closed like right at that level.
Yeah, do you consider that closing above, or do you consider that what?
I think you can get, the thing is, if this was the 30-minute, I'd be confident taking a buy right now, putting my stop below here. But it's the 15-minute, so I could always see, especially because like we see this valid trend pushing down from here, here, and here. I could see us coming back down, kind of like what you were talking about with XRP.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back down, grabbing liquidity, and then closing back above, filling that wick and continuing up.
Yeah.
Right. So like, be very aware. This is a great thing that you guys can write down for, in your trading AAR. But be very aware when you get a 15-minute candle close with a wick to fill here, that the candle needs to close like a stronger candle. Like
I
you
think
need
now,
on the 15-minute, if I'm going to take this on the 15-minute, I would much rather wait for something like that. Right? But the fact that we closed pretty much at the level right here tells me that we got to wait for something else. We got to wait for like the 30-minute to at least close above there. Because you could see it just already, right? Where the 30-minute ends up just rejecting this level with that top wick and closing right below this level. That makes
Yep.
sense. Not to mention Powell speaking right now. We can't even can't even find it here. Let's see. Yeah, that's the latest right now that they have is the 9th. Economic outlook. Speeches. Yeah, nothing. Oh well. I should go over to the news. Oh. Here we go.
Now our panelists to react and perhaps also to come back to this issue of monetary normalization. Your image or your feeling was perhaps that these are more structural forces which are playing, and that monetary normalization only played a minor role.
Can you guys hear this?
Oversimplified in the
Yeah.
problems of the crypto.
Yeah.
But Jay, if you are ready to start, you are most welcome. And thank you again for being with us in Paris. In Paris, you cherish, I should stress it again.
Yes, I'm sorry not to be able to join you in person there. All it did was simply reveal what we've long significant structure issues in the DeFi ecosystem. In fact, within the deep ecosystem, very structural issues around transparency. The good news is that the interaction between disabilities is not that large. So we were able to reach the
Make it a little higher, bro. The volume.
Gotcha.
It demonstrates the weakness.
It's the loudest
go.
it gets.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
And gives us a
Or
little.
maybe put.
That's that situation.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not persist indefinitely. Ultimately, that's not a stable equilibrium, and we need to be very careful about. And I guess we'll get to this a little later, but we need to be very careful about how crypto activities are taken within the regulatory perimeter. In any case, wherever they take place, as Augustine pointed out, there's a real need for more appropriate regulation so that as a DeFi expands and starts to touch more and more retail customers and that sort of thing, so that appropriate regulation is in place.
Come back to regulation in our second part.
So to talk about
Ravi, can
regulating
I ask you a
crypto.
brief reaction also on this financial stability?
So that
Which
I
is
don't
good.
see
I think
that
it's needed.
moving. What's up?
I think which is
Yes,
good.
well, thank you,
It should be
Francois.
regulated.
That's what you're looking for?
I'm saying it's good for crypto. I think it should be regulated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're looking for. Why do you want it to be regulated?
Well, I mean, just like less scams, less rug pulls, like people just making shitty coins for no reason.
Yeah. Would you say that majority of the cryptos are Ponzi schemes?
Yeah, for like 90% of them.
Yeah.
I only invest in like a handful.
Yeah. Ones that have utility.
Exactly.
and then obviously the king crypto, which is Bitcoin.
Yep.
That I think that one, Ethereum, maybe XRP, are some of the ones that are going to have value over time, right? But other than that, it's like Amazon, how Amazon's the online retail kingpin, like that's basically what Bitcoin is for, and Ethereum for crypto. That's
Crypto,
just the
yeah.
way I see it. I think you
Yeah.
know more than I do with that.
Yeah.
You see why we wait here?
Yeah, bro.
Patience.
That 30-minute nasty, like, wait.
Yep. It's so much better waiting for and again, this is a testament to exactly what I was talking about. This 15-minute candle barely closed above resistance, and this is what traps a lot of people. I think 2 or 3 years ago, I would have gotten caught in that. Right? You get the clean move to the left. Again, we could be getting the pullback down into this area to retest this trend, right? And then we end up closing above here, and then we continue up. But again, the 30-minute right now is flipping bearish. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to this area. Could we end up rejecting this area over here and then holding a resistance and continuing down? Right? Again, it depends on the dollar, depends on a lot of different aspects, depends on what Powell's saying as well. But Powell's more so talking about crypto and regularization, so that might not affect it too much. But you do see the dollar coming down. Looks like we should hit that support. And if that's the case, then I could see gold continuing up, but I don't know if it has enough volume to break above this area so far. Morning, Tiff.
Good morning, Steph.
How are you?
Doing all right. I'm doing all right. I
Awesome.
did what you told me to do, so let's see how it goes.
What's that?
Demo, opening
Demo
up
count? Nice. What size?
50.
50? Okay. Awesome. And let's grow that together consistently and one decision at a time. Don't necessarily look them at you do look at them as trades, obviously. That's what they are. But if you look at them as decisions, right? How do I stack good decisions in the market? Smart decisions, conservative decisions, with a couple risks here and there that align with your plan, you're going to be doing really well. But you got to stay consistent with that. It can't be like, okay, I'm consistent with this for a week or two, and then all of a sudden, you know what? I see this setup. I want to make a lot of money. Let me just risk 5 lots on it, right? Or 10 lots, and just like hope and pray that this is going to work out. That's what throws everybody off, and it sets you back weeks. You lose time from that. Make sense?
Oh, yeah, it does.
So
Thank
we're
you.
watching Powell right now. He's talking
Thanks
in
for the
France.
invitation to participate in this, and
Talking about crypto
greetings to my
regularization.
colleagues, Augustine, Christine, Jay. Good to see you. I generally agree with what Augustine and Jay have said. Let me add a couple of nuances. I would say it will be useful to distinguish the various components of what we call the crypto ecosystem. And I think the kinds of risks each of them pose and the kinds of benefits each of them pose and what they mean for financial stability would be quite different. So if you look at, say, tokenized assets, for instance, there are many banks experimenting with this. Basically, you express the ownership rights over an asset as a digital token, and cash and bonds, real assets, intangibles, carbon credits have all been tokenized. These in and of itself, I think, pose lesser risk, but they're not the predominant part of the ecosystem, unfortunately, although I think that's where the real potential lies. Then you have cryptocurrencies, for which I don't see any redeeming value, because they're meant to be used as a medium of exchange within the distributed ledger, but we have all seen how they've taken a life of their own outside and are posing a range of risks, some of which Augustine has spoken about, ranging from consumer protection, volatility in value, money laundering risks, and even financial stability risks if pushed to the extreme. And the speculation in these currencies has led to price changes that are nothing to do with the underlying economic value. And I think with the current monetary policy normalization process and tightening, it is, as Jay said, it's going to expose the excessive exuberance that has been attached to these cryptocurrencies. And I think they're going to be affected badly. In fact, all of us on this panel, I think in our own ways have been saying this, the risks involved in investing in cryptocurrencies. But who listens to central bankers, right? And I'm afraid it's the time for reckoning has come. I'm a little bit more positive about stable coins if they're done well. Basically, these are digital tokens whose value is pegged to another asset. They can have a good potential as a medium of exchange because they're digital cash, they're programmable, can be put on the ledger, provided their value is fully backed by reserve assets. So the focus of regulation is quite different in stablecoins. If we can crack that problem through an appropriate regulatory regime, I see more promise for stablecoins, and almost by definition, they should, reflect the demand for underlying fiat currencies to which they are pegged. And so the impact of interest rates and all that would be really reflecting the underlying assets. So I think we need to make distinctions across the three, and DeFi is a totally different animal. All these things that we discussed in the crypto world can operate alongside the traditional financial system. In fact, many banks and traditional players are involved in these innovations. DeFi is a totally different thing. And I fully agree with Augustine, there is a lot of stuff that's unknown. I would just say the central problem is that even if you can address the other risks, the big risk is where are you going to apply the regulation to? Because all our regulatory approaches are based on applying regulations to legal entities. In a decentralized world, you can't do that to an algorithm. And pinning that governance and risk management responsibility on the players that can make a difference in the DeFi world is exceedingly difficult. And that's something, if we can overcome, I can see some promise in DeFi. Otherwise, this could be a game stopper. But I want to say that you don't have to go as far as DeFi. Crypto assets and digital assets have a role to play alongside.
I just want to take a quick pause from this, just because it's mainly about crypto, and take a look at gold here as the 1 hour is about to close here. So if you look at the 1 hour here, this candle is flipping bearish, grabbing liquidity, rejecting this little trend that we have going here. So if this candle closes like this in the next second, just closed, right? Can the next one continue down from this area? I want to see a top wick formed first, but I've seen this many times. It's passing the low right away, so I'm not going to take a trade. I want to see a healthy top wick somewhere in this area. You see this wick, and then that wick right there. You see how price keeps coming into that area? I want to see price come into that area and then drop from here if I'm going to take anything in here. Let's see. If we take something as it passes the low of that candle, got about 37, 38 pips in here. I would put my stop loss above the wick if it comes into this area. So about 17 pip stop loss. And then you got this support down here. Now, keep in mind, this is a risky trade, right? It's a risky range to be trading in. You're consolidating. If this is something you're not comfortable taking, do not take it. I'm not even saying I may take it. I'm just waiting to see if I get what I want, then I'll end up taking this and I'll lower my risk to 1% inside this range. But I think if price ends up doing so, right, passing the low and continuing down, that would be good for a nice runner to continue right back down, right, all the way back down to support over here. Because again, the 1 hour flipped bearish, closed bearish over here. So again, I want to see price tap into this area and then tank. 4 hour over here is getting weaker in a downtrend, right? So this could be that area that we talked about. If you go back and watch the beginning of the stream, we talked about price coming up into this area, creating a lower high and continuing down, just like it's been doing every single time we create a new low. We kind of come up to create a lower high and then continue right back down. 4 hour candles flipping right now. Does this make sense to you guys? I honestly like it right now, but you got to be smart because we could very well come into this area, hold support, and then continue back up. But the chances of that are getting lower. Now, the other thing is a lot of people get trapped with this where they think like, okay, we passed low right away. Okay, I'm not going to take it. But price came up to create that top wick now, and now it's passing a low. Now I'm safe. Now I can take that sell with my stop loss right here. Then all of a sudden gold comes up, takes them out, creates a bigger top wick, and then passes the low and then continues down. Does that make sense? These are the
Yeah.
little things with gold that you need to pay attention to. Any pair, but mainly gold, because gold moves quick and gold has certain tendencies that you got to watch out for. Now, there's times where you'll be looking out for something and you don't get what you want, and price just leaves, the train just leaves the station without you. And you got to be okay with that because that was your plan. You stuck to it. You stuck to your discipline. Because guess what? You missed that one trade, but next time that happens, next time you get that setup and price ends up going the opposite way and you were sticking to your discipline, that's going to save you. Not only that, but you're going to build self-confidence in your trading. All of that. Like it never hurts to be disciplined in the market. The only thing that hurts you by doing that is missing trades that you shouldn't be taking really anyway. So just keep that in mind. Now this does look like a nice top wick at this point. See, it came back up to create another top wick, but again, I want to see price come into this area again because I don't think you have enough range here. With this bearish candle close, you got barely a bottom wick. Right? And I don't want to be putting my stop loss up here or up here if price just continues down. I want to be able to put my stop loss up here above a healthy top wick and then price continues. And not to mention, you're still in this bullish trend here, right? We're still creating higher lows. Once you break here, then you got, a break of structure and price is going to continue down. But that was a beautiful rejection.
Pretty sure somebody got caught in that.
What's up? Oh,
Pretty sure somebody
this?
got caught in that. Yeah.
See, I think if this is a week or two ago, Sammy may have gotten caught in that, but he's getting more disciplined and get more patient, right, buddy?
Definitely, 100%.
Let's go. It's very, very, very easy to get impatient in this market, and impatience will cost you a lot of money.
I keep repeating in my mind, like, be patient, be patient. So every morning,
Sit back, cool, calm, collected. There's something attractive being like that. Just to yourself as well. Like you're just you have the confidence in yourself to be calm in stressful situations or when you're waiting for your setup, anything like that. See how we're kind of teetering right here, and the fact that that 15-minute candle closed that way, again, I could see it's coming into here and then coming down. Let's see what happens. Looking forward to getting up to PA as well, because I'll be able to work a lot more on content creation as well, and I'll be able to form like little highlight videos for you guys as well of what our session was like. Let's go back over to GJ real quick. Yeah, we're still ranging in there. Yeah, and I'm gonna be staying out of here. You got this range, and down here. Wouldn't you know? Look at gold again. Actually, you know what? Let's journal this one together. We all on the same page, guys?
Yeah. Just wait for that top wick. Especially a deeper one because I think the 1 hour has to make a top wick, right?
Yes. I mean, the 1 hour did create a top wick, right? That technically that is a top wick right now, but again, you got to be extra careful in ranges like this. You got to be more patient than if price was down here. I'm telling you, trading is like it's a case by case basis. So, it's really how the market is setting up for you. And the different setups and stuff like that. Each one has its own criteria. Okay. Second rejection of 1640 is strong. Close. Write a little note to yourself. Here we go. 30-minute. Tiff, you with me? Does all make sense?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Patience, right?
Yes. I'm learning.
Number one. I want you guys being some of the most patient traders out there, some of the most disciplined traders out there. Like you don't budge for anything or anyone. Yeah, it looks like we're sitting in this range over here. The main thing is we did reject our resistance right here. Right? Again, all these candles are giving you clues. Rejection, rejection, here, here, here. Major one right there. And can we hold this resistance? It's gonna be tricky to trade. 811 right now. Did I get a screenshot here? See, that's a little bit better of a wick on the 1 hour here. Wow. See how that 4 hour candle's getting a little weaker? It created a higher low and a higher high, but in the downtrend, it's getting weaker. Right. Tiff, did you take anything yesterday? Lewis, I remember you like the concentrating playlist, right?
Yeah, I do. I've been listening to. Have you ever heard of lo-fi?
What is it?
Lo-fi,
Lo-fi. I don't think so.
like chill. It's like I use it too when I'm back testing.
Lo-fi beats.
Yeah, lo-fi, and they usually have. I on. It's chill.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Huh. This is that music that people put in the back of like their videos if they're like back testing on Instagram.
Really?
I don't know if like someone's like doing like a highlight of their vlog or something like that. I feel like they use music like this. No?
Oh, yeah. I really don't know, to be honest.
Hey, can you hear this clearly?
Not clearly, no.
How about now?
A little bit better, yeah.
You can hear that? Let me see if I do
No, not very clear, to be honest. Sounds kind of far away. I only hear like the drums.
how about this?
Nope.
No, nothing?
No, I mean I do hear something, but it sounds like far away.
Okay. Because I'm trying to
Uh,
figure out how to put the background music in here without getting the copyrighted. Because we've lost so many streams on YouTube from the copyright music from Spotify.
you can use on YouTube. There's this girl. Well, there's this channel called Lo-Fi Girl, and then I think people or Lo-Fi Cat, one of those, and I don't think that's copyrighted because it's
Okay.
like really there's no words. It's all instrumental.
Okay. That's interesting. On YouTube?
Yeah, just look up Lo-Fi Girl or Lo-Fi Cat, one of those things, and it's like they're always live.
All right. So the market tried to trick us up here, couldn't get us, and the market tried to trick us down here, couldn't get us either. How does that feel? Got a nice higher low being formed over here. Again, you want to wait for that close above this level again, or I think safer sells are going to be below here, but we could very well form that lower high over here that I was talking about and then continue down today. So I could see us holding some kind of a resistance right in here, like I was talking about. Possibly. DJ doing nothing again? Wow. Really ranging today. Do not want to get caught in that. Right. Sure, Jill, you want to break something down?
Let's try US 100.
Okay, nice. A US 100?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Looks a little different than US 30. All right, take it away, brother.
Yes. Okay, so as we can see, there's a support being holded right here. And I would like a resistance up here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just make that a bit thinner, the top one.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Weekly?
sorry,
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
could you drop down to the weekly, please?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
So the support, could you just bring it more down to the closes of the candle bodies? Yeah, just there. That's nice.
Yes, sir.
And the resistance just above here. I want that resistance to move just above.
Yeah. Are you good?
Yeah, that's nice.
Anything else?
I want to mark off this zone. This zone over here.
Okay. And why that area? Just previous support right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's multiple rejections from this area. Could we go down to the daily, please?
Sure. And before we do that, what do you see happening here on US 100? Like, just break down what you see happening, what your plan is if the monthly does or the weekly does break below the support.
If we break below this area over here, there's clean ranges going down to obviously that you can take profits, like these ranges over here.
Okay.
Like there's places that price can fill out,
Yes, sir.
and we're obviously bearish, so looking for buys it wouldn't be, like appropriate because we're in a bearish market at the moment as well.
Yes. I mean, there's certain things you want to look out for. That's why I kind of like how you marked off this zone, because
Yeah.
if you want to get buys, you're anticipating the bounce off this move, this support. What is this? 11,200. So you're anticipating this bounce, right? And a close of bullish close. Could you take price back up into possibly this area? Which I was going to ask if you wanted to mark off, because you get that previous support, right?
Yeah.
Then you get the resistance. Then you get a fake out. Right, price comes closing right back in with this candle. We retest the previous resistance, and now we continue right back down to that support. So whenever you get a fake out in the bearish trend, there's a huge possibility of price retesting the previous support after breaking back into the range right there. But there's also a big probability that price continues down through that support and continues down from there.
Okay.
All right, but again, don't be surprised if we get some kind of a pullback before continuing down.
Yeah.
All right.
Could you go down to the daily?
Yes.
Okay, so this daily candle, it's obviously bullish at the moment, but it hasn't broken the previous candle high. So, which means it still has a chance to maybe flip bearish and break the low and continue down. So, I'd mark off maybe this zone. Just this over here. We might make a potential rejection off of that zone.
Beautiful. I was wondering if you're going to mark that off. Yeah. Could we hold that as a resistance now?
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to adjust the support a little bit?
Yeah, I'd just a little bit more down.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right. 4 hour?
Yeah. Okay, so as of now, we're in this little range, and could say we've got some sort of area like just over here, that you maybe want to be wary of. If you taking trades within this range. Like you could maybe get a fake out above here and close back into the range. So I think this is an area that you'd want to be aware of. And
Okay.
I think this, we can mark this up.
Looking down here at this support. There you go.
Yeah. Could have gone to the hourly.
Okay. 1 hour.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have closed above this little range over here. We've got like kind of a closure, and the range one breakout. So I'd expect price to close back into this range, being a fake out, and then obviously fill in the rest of this range coming down.
Okay.
So
Would you take a sell in there?
yeah, if price closes back below the range.
Okay. How many pips do you have in there?
I don't know. Could you measure it? Or
Yep.
would I do that?
See, that's one of the big things you want to check is how big is the range before I take the sell.
Okay.
Should be in the checklist. So 864 points.
So is that around 80 or something?
Yes.
80 pips.
Now looking at the 30-minute. Now you can adjust a little bit.
Okay, so got this little area that you want to look out of. It kind of aligns with this as well. Just that whole.
Okay. That's what you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think maybe you could take a sell maybe below there if you've got your sell, and there's quite a few advantage points that you can maybe take profits, like maybe here, maybe this area over here.
Okay. So what I would do on this is I would actually move this up a little bit, maybe like right there. You got that previous support, resistance, rejection, and rejection over here. This current price action, I would kind of just get rid of the noise per se, but I would, that's our nearest support right there. I'd thin this up. Right, and now we're kind of just bouncing around in this area. Once we get below this area, that's another monster we got to tackle. But right up here, it's a little bit cleaner. But once you break this resistance, you get a clean move up. Let's go back up to the higher time frames. Yeah, we're getting a nice bounce off the support here. Daily again is bouncing. We're bouncing off a daily area, so you know there's a heavy selling coming right back down to retest that low, and now you're gonna have a lot of profit taking. Sellers are gonna be grabbing profits, and then buyers are gonna be taking over from that area as well. So it's a critical demand zone. So you know you should be getting some bullish pressure from there, but where I just adjusted this, right, you're gonna have safe buys above that area coming up.
Yeah.
Looking at the 1 hour here, same thing. We're holding the higher low, strong bullish candles, but we need like a close above this area. It gets a little choppy here. But now that you go to the 30-minute, you got a safe buy above that area. You can always draw it like this, but what kind of purpose is that? So, I mean, actually, you know what? Draw it like this, because if you get the close above here, and hopefully it closes above this area too, you have like all these rejections right in there. You got that support right here. Get the little fake out right there, but you got the resistance right there. So if you could close above there, right in this area, I think this could continue right back up.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Not to mention you're been creating some higher lows over here. So we could very well break out, get a pullback, and then continue up.
Yeah.
Good job though, man. I think
Thank
I would
you.
adjust this too a little bit. As our next target. You got that wick to fill, previous support, and then resistance right there. I'd be taking some profits here or right here.
Okay.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Does that help when you break it down and then I just give you a couple corrections?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it could get very messy when you're drawing the wrong zones and then all of a sudden you take the wrong trade and you don't
Yeah.
want to be there. Great
Thank
job.
you.
DJ's is ranging over here, right? And gold, same exact thing. But again, I think that we could possibly be rejecting this area, creating that lower high and continuing down from here. Yeah, 30-minute kind of made a nice little push up into this area, actually respecting this previous wick to the left, right? Now we're starting to retrace below that level we talked about. So can we stay below there, hold the resistance, and start continuing down from here? Just got to be careful. What do we have else coming out economically? Oh, core durable goods is coming out in a minute. Forgot we had this coming out. That was close. So yeah, we're kind of just ranging before that ends up coming out, ends up releasing, which we got about 38 seconds to go. And they're expecting over here a rise in both. So a rise in the value of goods. 9 seconds left. If any of you guys could update us with the data that you guys see coming out. All right, what do we get? Just got a reaction to that level so far. Durable goods came out worse than expected. Negative 0.2. Negative 0.2%. And core durable goods dropped as well. Right over here. Right, so that could, yeah, we should be pushing up over here. I'd wait for the break of this resistance here. And personally, I'd wait for at least a 15-minute close, and it's got to be a strong close. All right, look for something like this. If that's the case, if that's what we get, you should get the bottom wick rejection. Price continues up from here. Or we just continue to consolidate in here. Make sense?
Yeah.
GJ still didn't move. US 30, we can readjust this.
GJ looks so bad.
I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch GJ today. Unless, we get that 930 volume pumping us out, because when you're consolidating like that for a little bit, you could get a nice bounce out of that area.
I've heard
370
that.
points. What's up?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh,
Where we
definitely.
consolidate for a long time and then we get a big move once we break out.
Yes, sir. I'm sure you've seen it many times. Yeah, so at this point, with price consolidating like this, I'd rather wait for the break of resistance up here. Now you got more range in here. 137 pips. A screenshot.
You got any plans today or
What was it?
you got any plans today or
Yeah, Sharma and I are shooting a podcast today. What else do I have? I'm going to the city at 3:45, working out, and just like a bunch of back testing and reviewing journal trades. Reviewed 20 yesterday, which is like a lot. If you guys actually go back and review all your trades, if you do 20 of them, you're gonna feel pretty satisfied.
20? Well,
Yeah.
it makes you better, right? You know what I mean?
But dude, it is the best. I mean, backtesting is too, but if you want to see a bunch of setups in a short amount of time and you have a big enough sample size, reviewing your trades is the best, I think. And not only that, it builds confidence. Like backtesting, you could sit there for 3 hours and not catch a trade. And all you learned was to be patient and to stay out of consolidation. But that is a lot of benefit. It's good, right? But at the same time, when you're seeing setups over and over and over again, whether they're bad or good, you know that you're learning from them because you're like, oh damn, I wouldn't take that again. Or that was a great trade, but I could have done this better. Or just that was a great trade, I wouldn't do anything. You learn from all three of those.
Yeah.
Feel me? All right, guys, we got a slow market, so I'm gonna hop off here, just so that we're not getting impatient and just staring at the market when it's consolidating. It's a bad practice. But again, these are my zones. Wait for this clean move to the left. You could possibly take something in here if you get the nice setup right below that support. You get a nice break and retest right over here, or at least a top wick rejection. And then gold over here. Wait for the break of resistance over here with a clean move to the left that you could be mirroring. Coming up into 1648, a previous resistance. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think we could consolidate for a little bit, but safer sells are going to be below this area, continuing all the way down. But I would secure something at 1628. Right, this next support over here. You have a support right here that you may want to secure at as well. But this is that critical zone that I could see price coming into. So you may not have to secure it until you get into that point. Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, bro. See you
You guys
tomorrow,
have
man.
any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. If you take anything, let me know. Send your charts into the group to get, extra analysis from other people, stuff like that, because that's how you get better. But again, if you have any questions to me, don't hesitate to reach out on Discord. It's hard for me to say Discord. I keep saying Slack. But yeah, guys, have a great day, all right? Great job today. I think you all did breakdowns besides Tiff. Tiff, we'll get you tomorrow, okay?
Take care, bro.
You too, man. Bye, guys.